Yeah, that
Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Okay, let's see what we have today. First, I think we have Euro JPY on this consolidation, which we have to keep an eye on. Let's see if it's gonna break. Pretty big push. Maybe we're gonna have a break. Well, Just saw 3 minutes left. I don't think we're gonna have a breakout. Okay, USD JPY, pretty big push from yesterday. Check the 4-hour. Nothing much. USD CAD. USD CAD looks like already made the break and retest of the consolidation. I think this was the trade here, this breakout candle, this retest. Also another retest here, but maybe guys are waiting for this to break. Let's check the 1-hour. Okay, looks like price created a small minor zone here, resistance. If we do close above, we'll see what we can do here. Okay, just a minute. I'll go through my charts first, then I'll go through your charts too. USD CAD. If this does close above, that will be how many pips? Three pips. Not that much. By the way, US 30 yesterday, it went perfect. The break and retest we were waiting for here. You can see the drop. You can see what we were waiting for, but need a lot more backtesting than that. Euro USD. First of all, let's clean this chart. Start fresh. I think Euro USD already had a break and retest. I'm not wrong here. Yeah. Already made the break and retest. Let's see now, USD CAD. It's not safe. Let's be honest. It's not safe to enter because we are at resistance here on the 4-hour. I think it would be very risky to take a trade here, even though it can still continue, but for me I wouldn't feel comfortable taking any trade here. Let me check the daily. I mean, the daily is pretty good. It needs to continue up. But if you want to find an entry, I think it's not here. Let me see. We would use 12 pips stop loss. Yeah, I don't know, it's not safe. I think it's not that safe taking this. You know what we can do here? I think we can take a buy here and a stop loss just below the previous wick. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, around 9 pips stop loss. Okay guys, so I entered some buys on USD CAD here, and I'm gonna just put a small stop loss just below this previous candle here. Now my confirmations are these. First of all, we broke out of this consolidation. On the 4 hour, if we go, you can see clearly. We broke out of this consolidation that it's been consolidating for a long time. We had this breakout to the upside, the retest, and now another small retest and continuation to the upside. Now there's a small range that we can fill here. Also, if we go on the daily, let me take a look. If we go on the daily, you can see clearly how good the daily closed. Now the daily closed above this resistance, and I think the retest also was made on the daily, and it should continue up. I see a clear traffic to the upside until 1.37400. I think it can continue all the way up there. The only thing is that we need to wait, to be patient, and also we need a good entry. I think this can be a good entry as long as it stays above these candles. I think should be good to continue up. We already created a minor zone here, so I think it should continue up. So yeah, these are my confirmations. AUD NSD breakout, or what's that? I don't know, guys. Where do you find these pairs? I mean, I never trade these pairs. Joshua, yes, I'm in buy. I think I said I took a buy on USD CAD. And once you see this, then I'm in buys. Yeah, AUD NSD was good. Looks like it was a good break and retest, but already made the move. I don't know if you guys took it or not. Only 7 pips moved. Still has room to go all the way down here, I think. Yeah, so this was the breakout and this was the retest. Should continue down. Take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour. It doesn't really match the 4 hour with 1 hour. Because it looks like the 4 hour level is a bit lower than the 1 hour. So you have to be careful. You might have a rejection here. So if I was in sells here, maybe I'll move my stop at break even and leave this run. Yeah, so let's see. USD CAD, very nice pushing. Let's see how far it's gonna go. We have 10 pips in profit now. This was quick. Man, this was very quick. What a nice trade. I almost skipped this, but here we are. It's pushing real nice. Have 13 pips here in profit. Let's take a look on the left. Yeah, there's still room to push to the upside. This has a very good chance to continue a lot to the upside, not just 20 pips. Gonna wait for another 2 pips. At 15 pips, maybe I'll take some profits because we have this resistance on the left. See, we are reaching a resistance on the 4 hour, so it would be good it would be good to take some profits. Yeah, USD CAD can go a lot. I told you the daily. Look at the daily. There's no traffic on the left until this is a big range. 120 pips range on USD CAD. Can go all the way up here. Once it breaks this 4-hour resistance too, there's no stopping for USD CAD. Okay, I'm securing some at 13 pips, and as I told you, the reason every time I secure pips more less than 20 pips, there's the reason, and the reason is that we are at a 4-hour resistance. You have to be careful because it might reject. So what we do is we move our stop at break even to protect our profits, because once it comes back down from this, we know it's a rejection and it can continue down. So I only secured half and I'm leaving half for more. Not securing 80%. I want to leave more because this has potential to go a lot. Nice, this was a pretty nice trade. And very clean. So as I said before, we had a breakout. We had a retest here, which we missed, which was also on a 4-hour. Support was created here. And we had a small break above this. We entered once it made a small pullback. Went perfectly. Okay, let's see. It's pushing 15 pips now. Yeah, look, the strategies is easy when you master it. It becomes very easy when you master it, when you become comfortable trading this kind of strategy. So it's just a matter of time. No, I don't take two trades at the same time. I try to not do that. GBPUSD can break down. Let's take a look. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Looks pretty good. If it does close below, we might have a trade there. Okay, let's take this chart from the king. The king sent a chart. GBP CAD, you are in bias. Okay, let's take a look at GBP CAD on my chart. See what's happening in GBP CAD. Nice trade. Very nice trade. The king did a nice trade. I don't know how you spell your name, Sahaj or how. But that was a nice trade. I would say secure profits. Maybe you can have some rejection around here. Secure some, move your stop at break even, and leave it. You have a bit of traffic on the left here. That's what I'm saying. 20 pips on USD CAD. It was a nice call. It didn't take too long. We only been on the stream 20 minutes and straight to a trade. Okay, let's see. Let's see how far this is gonna go. Once we close above these two, man, we're gonna have a nice move to the upside. It's gonna be epic, because it's been consolidating in this range for a long time now, and I think finally once it breaks, and also the daily is all anyways a breakout, it should continue, no doubt, unless we have news coming up. I don't know that. I have to wait and see. Okay, holding this still. We got 20 pips. I secured also another 30% on USD CAD at 20 pips now. And I'm leaving 20% run. Let's see how far it can go. Wow, what the hell? Look at GCAD. This was perfect. GCAD already made a 32 pip push to the upside. That's crazy. EJ is breaking down. Let's see if we can have a breakout finally. Okay, you're sending the same chart. You have to fix the link. Wrong link. Okay, what do we have other than that? Stops at break even, don't forget. me take a look. GU got rejected all the way up. Let's see if we had any news, because it looked like a push from the news. So like we have some Euro news and USD news later on. Wow, today is a big day. A lot of USD news coming up later on. For now, maybe we're safe. Okay, let's take a look at GJ. Didn't take a look at GJ. GJ is a mess. GJ is a mess, guys. One thing is for sure, GJ is a mess. I think I'm gonna stay away from GJ. Yeah, GBP AUD looks good. Gritty trader. This looks good. GA looks good. Yeah, I think if we break this, we might have a nice move to the upside here. Looks a solid resistance. Few rejections. This needs to close above and a retest to continue up. Jordan, you called the GCAT. Very nice. I did USD CAT, some did GCAT. That's great. Okay, good. What about gold? Gold, we'll see. We'll take a look at gold now. Okay, nice trade on Euro USD, but I think I wouldn't take this. It doesn't look like a solid support to take a break and retest here. But good for you, you called a good trade. Okay, which was the... okay, gold. I think you guys are thinking for buys here on gold, right? Thing is, I don't trade gold, and even though this looks a perfect break and retest, I don't know, it's still... I don't trust gold. Honestly, I don't trust gold. I think it can continue easily to the upside, or at least to fill this wick here after making the retest, but I don't know, I'm not comfortable trading gold for now. It just hasn't been the same since coronavirus started, and yeah, maybe now it's a little back to normal, but still don't trust it. You see all these wicks, all these candles, rejecting hard, dropping all the way down. That's what I don't like to see in a chart. I want a better solid chart, not these crazy moves. But as I said, the setup is good. It just happens to be on gold, which I don't trade it, and it can continue up easily. My main setup now is Euro JPY. I think once we break below this, it's going to be a nice trade. Now we just have to wait for a break here. This yesterday was not a fake out because the retest rejected a bit, but not enough. So we'll see. It closed back in the range. Support, rejected support again a few times. Now it's pushing down. Let's see if we're gonna close. Waiting for a close here. Once we break below, we're gonna see what we can do here, because it's a very nice opportunity here. You can see a nice push to the downside. If it doesn't close below, then we have to wait for this level to break after. To be honest, maybe to break above would be way better. We would have a clean range to fill here. On USD CAD, on EJ, sorry. $40 pip range, pretty good. Look at USD CAD. See how important it is to look left, because you can always have problems. We had 4-hour resistance, and like I said, secure your profits because you might have a rejection. And look what happened now. We have a rejection. And that's why you secure profits, 20 pips, and you move your stop at break even. That's the reason. Now if I get stopped at break even, my runner won't matter. I'll leave this because I'm already done with it. I just left a runner. We are focused now on EJ. GJ's nothing. Take a look at AUDUSD, because AUDUSD has been giving us some nice setups lately. Okay, so it looks like AUDUSD got rejected from 4-hour support, which is this big consolidation box. Let me take a look at the daily. Daily looks pretty strong bearish candle. We'll see, maybe we're gonna have continuation to the downside, but if we want some buys here, we can wait for this zone to break. We need a break above, then we'll see. No, I didn't consider that. I considered the next 4-hour resistance, which was higher. You can see 20 pips above. That just two candles, so they don't really have an impact on it. Now let's see, EuroCAD. Let's take a look at EuroCAD. Oh, looks like it's been consolidating here for a while. See, now it's pretty the same on EuroCAD. We look at the support and we see that we broke out of the support. Now price is consolidating above the support, and we can see the next zones here on EuroCAD. Now when we go to the 1 hour, we see this small consolidation box. Now how do we get an entry here? We wait for price to close above this, then we enter on the retest. Yeah, so once we close above, we have plenty of confirmations. First, the break happened on the 4 hour, support was created, we break this minor resistance, we enter on the retest. That would be pretty good. Just need to wait, and we have a clean traffic on the left. You go on the 4 hour, it's a clean traffic. Needs to push. We have, let's see how many pips. Yeah, we have 35 pip range to the upside. That would be pretty easy for EuroCAD to fill. And we have Euro News later on, so it wouldn't have any effect now. For now, we don't have any news, so we are good to trade Euro. Let's see. This candle came pretty high, but once it goes above the previous candle, we might see a break to the upside. It only will be a matter of time when it does break. We'll see. The only problem with EJ is that it dropped at this support all the way down and now it's rejecting. This is what I don't like on a break and retest. I don't want price to go to the next zone before making the retest, because it results in a fake out most of the time. I'm gonna wait and see what happens. What's the next pair that we didn't check? EA. Okay, EA is one of the best pairs, but it can be bad sometimes too. Check the 4 hour. Yeah, it looks like EA pretty much the same as EuroCAD. Needs to break this to the upside. I see that it has created support here, but made these big wicks all 20 pips, still couldn't close above. We'll see what happens. I would only trade Euro AUD if it does break this consolidation here. Once it breaks this consolidation, we can have a nice trade. So we'll have to see. Gonna wait here. We might have that today. Take a look at the daily because the daily must be pretty big. Yeah, I think it should continue up. See, daily closed above these previous wicks that got rejected and closed on the same level, so this candle closed above. This should be the retest to continue up. This going all the way down makes zero sense, so I think I have a bullish bias here on EA. We'll see later on if we're gonna break this. And I think we can have a nice move to the upside here. Pretty much it's clean traffic. Yeah, big pips here can be catched. So we're gonna have to see. See, it's we only have a small zone in between this range. So I think at least a 50 pip move would be easily to make here if we break. USD CAD stopped me at break even, so I'm not in this trade anymore. There's no runner for me, but this was pretty much perfect. It went exactly as we wanted. GU seems like going to drop. Wow, how are you predicting that? Because I see this pushing. Well, it can happen, anything can happen here. You never know. But breaking this support doesn't seem realistic at the moment. Okay, so GA needs to break this if we want to take a trade. If you want to take a trade, it needs to break this and then retest to continue off. But until then, no trade on GA2. See, we already have a rejection. That means this resistance is real. We need to break above if we want to take a trade there. But let's wait and see, because I think AUD is losing strength. It's weakening, so we might have a trade on AUDUSD. If this got rejected from 4-hour support and it goes all the way up and closes above this resistance, we can have a nice 10-20 pip trade to the next zone easily. No doubt. Oh god, look at NSD CAD still on this big consolidation. Wow, this is crazy. This is days of consolidation. "21 days. This is gonna make a record of 1 month of consolidation. This is crazy consolidation. Lorenzo is saying NSD/USD. NSD/USD. Lorenzo, can you send a chart maybe so I can see what you're meaning? What you're looking at? Because I see a 4-hour resistance here. Except that, I don't know. Just I see a lot of rejections here. UJ is dropping, let's see. UJ made a crazy retracement to the upside. Daily closed above the previous candle, which I didn't expect at all. It was surprising. Now, thing is, we have the 4-hour resistance here, which we need to break in order to continue to this next zone here. Because you see the last time we got rejected from this, and this support didn't get respected. So the best would be wait for a break of this. A retest and continuation easily to the upside. You can see that the zone on ADSD that I'm talking about, it's a 4-hour zone too. So let's see. It doesn't seem that there's much volatility at the moment. We're not having any big moves, but let's see, we're expecting to have some movement. At least we need some breakouts before the candle closes, because we have 15 minutes left. We need a breakout. Let's see, EJ. Yeah, looks like EJ is gonna close back in the range. Even though you never know, there's still time. But this big rejection is not a good sign. It's never a good sign when price gets rejected from another support. Even the break and retest would be very risky here to take. I wouldn't be comfortable taking it. Euro New Zealand. What about Euro New Zealand, Tyler? Are you thinking about buys maybe? I don't know. I wouldn't take Euro NSD. Thing is, on the daily, you saw that there's still room to go to the downside. Maybe it can come all the way down here to make this daily retest. I wouldn't feel comfortable taking Euro NSD. I would better stay out of it. Okay, let's take a look. Azwar, is that Azwar? Let's take a look at your chart. First, it's 30 minutes and I don't trade less than 1 hour. So if you guys send me an analysis, it would be better from 1 hour to 4 hour and daily. I don't know what to say on the 30 minute. Like I said about gold. Gold already did the move. This was the trade, as I said before, the breakout, the retest. I just don't trade gold for now, so I wouldn't advise you to. I said the setup was perfect, it's just that the pair is not the one I like. So, I think you guys are waiting for GU to break this, if I'm not wrong. But GU, a lot of setup, a lot of zones created lately. I don't trust it that much. I've said many times before, I don't trade lower time frames. It just doesn't fit in my style. I saw a lot of when I want to take a trade and I started to switch to the lower time frames, yet they didn't match with each other, and they gave me a lot of doubts. 30 minute telling me something else, 1 hour telling me something else, 15 minute telling me something else. So I just wanted to stick to higher time frames, safer for me and less complications. Nothing much right now. Look, EA, I wouldn't take any sells on EA. To be honest, I wouldn't feel very comfortable because, like I said, daily looks bullish. Better wait for the daily. No worries, man. No worries. Just that if you guys are new on this trading journey, skip gold for now. Gold is not to trade if you are new. Gold is too volatile, too risky. You need a lot of experience trading gold. For your own good, stay away of it for now. Okay, we have this chart from a euro. So looks good, looks good. Looks good. Let's take a look. Euro GBP. Look, Euro GBP looks good, but I've said many times before it's not on my list to trade it because a lot of times resulted in fake outs, but we can give it a try. Let's see how it's gonna close. If I take on this live stream a loss on Euro GBP, then everyone who talks about it is gonna get kicked out. That made me trade it. We'll see, we'll see. We can give it a shot, but we'll have to wait for the candle to close and see. Using only high time frames would not make you lose the trades, or do you use pending orders? Using higher time frames would make you feel more comfortable taking a trade, and would not give you a lot of complications. You would have less time frames to look at. And do you use pending orders? No, I don't. Pending orders, I don't need pending orders if I'm watching the charts. Pending orders are when you're not on the screen. When you want to take a trade but you are doing something else, and you say, okay, I'm gonna put some pendings here. If price comes here, it's gonna touch my pending and it has to go this way or that way. But if I'm on the chart, there's no need for me to use pendings because I'm there. I can take it manually. Pendings are also for the news. If you want to trade the news, you can use pendings, which is pretty risky. Look, it can give you troubles in the beginning, but everything takes time and everything needs practice. So you need to practice a lot this way of trading until you know exactly how it goes, what it does. I've been trading this same thing for over and over and over again. It's been like two years or more that I'm trading break and retest. Because before I was trading break and retest, but I was trading also other ways. So it's been like 2 years since I decided to trade only break and retest. Which was the best decision? Focusing on one thing is the best thing. You just have to master it, and then you'll know everything, every little detail about that way of trading. Everything happens, you will know why it happens. You will know how to cut losses short, how to avoid losses, how to avoid fake outs, when to know when fake outs have higher possibility. A lot of things. You just know when a breakout, the break and retest is not gonna work. You start to feel it. You just don't feel comfortable in that trade, and that is because of the signs that trade gives you. There are a lot of things that come by time that you will learn. That's why we come here every day, because every day we have a different situation maybe that can teach us something new. But at the end, a break and retest is going to happen, which is the same thing over and over again. It's just gonna come in different situation, in different pairs. So yeah, I would say focus on one thing, do some back testing, see if it works for you. If it does, then great, focus on that one, and just try to perfect it. It's not just this way of trading, there are hundreds of other ways to trade. This doesn't mean that this break and retest is for everyone, because there are a lot of people that can stay on the charts for much as we stay. So they need maybe a swing strategy so they can hold for longer and not watch the charts all the time. Look, it doesn't matter for me what pair it is, because most of the pairs do the same thing, and I have enough experience to know which pairs are not that good to trade. That's why I say Euro GBP is not good to trade, USD CHF is not good to trade, Euro CHF is not good to trade, GBP NSD is not good to trade, it's too volatile. Gold is too volatile to trade. A lot of pairs that I say I don't trade, there is a reason, because I tried them before, and that's why I say better trade major pairs, because major pairs you have a lot more information about them. The break and retest works on all pairs, but some pairs are known for fake outs more than the others. So you have to find these pairs and avoid them. Hello Sad, which video on your channel do you suggest or explain for that strategy, break and retest? All my videos are break and retest, all of them, because I only trade break and retest. So every video is about break and retest, but they are on different situations. You have a simulator session if you want to watch it. Break and retest simulator session. You can see how I enter trades, how I exit trades and everything. It's on the channel if you want to watch. There are a lot of different videos on my channel. Consolidation boxes, fake outs, how to trade fake outs, some reviews of my trades with explanations. Also the streams you can watch. I've made a lot of calls lately, and all of them are with explanation, which everything you need to know. Why EJ is not a good setup? EJ is not a good setup because EJ got rejected from support. The breakout is too weak breakout. You can see that we got rejected from support, and it rejected all the way up. So this is a reason why I wouldn't feel very comfortable. Can still continue down, but look at the breakout is it's only 3 pips breakout. I wouldn't trust this, to be honest. I don't know. We also got rejected from support here. Let's see if we can take Euro GBP. The only thing is that I don't know if Euro GBP is gonna come all the way up here, so we can take an entry. That would be pretty hard, because it's a pretty big move to, well, it's not that big, 7 pips. It looked big. Let's see now, Euro GBP needs to come higher, at least around here, to these wicks here, to make that retest, so we can enter some shorts. But before that, I don't think so. I don't see other setups. Let's see. GJ closed above this. This candle closed very bullish. Now there's a high chance that this is gonna continue up. Let me take a look. The 4 hour. Okay. I'm gonna take some buys on GJ. Finally took some buys around here because it moved too fast, and I'm gonna use a 15 pip stop loss. Let's see if it comes down more so I can enter some more, because I couldn't enter all my usual risk. So I'm gonna use a 15 pip stop loss. I think this should continue up, fill this range. Let's see. First of all, we had a big rejection from the downside here, and this candle went all the way up, turned bullish. You can see we have a lot of rejections here that GJ created this zone. A lot of rejections. Now this candle closed above all these other rejections that happened. We have this retest, and I think now should price continue and fill this range to the upside. Gonna have to wait and see. GJ has a small resistance here too. I think that would be almost done as our move. Once it comes here, this is the next resistance at 200. I think we will be done by then. Okay, let's see. Thing is, we had resistance here. We had resistance here, but after these candles, that resistance or support didn't get respected anymore. You see all these candles closing in the middle, and price created a new support here. See how many rejections we had here? Then we closed below, and we had a few tries to continue up, but it couldn't. Now we finally broke above, and this should be the retest to continue up. I think for another 10 pips at least, but we have this big range to fill if it does continue up. Okay, perfect. 13 pips. Okay, since we're at resistance, what can we do now is we can secure some profits. Secure some profits, move your stop at break even. Okay, nice move. Seems pretty easy that it's gonna fill this range, and it's going very fast. 15 pips, very nice. This is perfect. Wow. GJ for 23 pips. This was perfect. This was perfect. and take a screenshot of this. Very, very nice trade. Did you guys catch this? Because this was perfect. This can give us a lot of pips. If we break this resistance too, man, this is gonna go all the way up. Wow, what a call this was. 30 pips. This was epic. Look, you see, on GJ just have to wait for the perfect moment, for the perfect setup. See, it's been a lot of days since we're doing these live streams, and every day I skipped GPP JPY. I skipped, I said this is messy, until we got a clear setup. And this was perfect. 30 pips, and it's still going. This is gonna fly up. There's no coming back after this big push. Couldn't even close my profits because it moved too fast. Gave me even more pips I wanted. Still have 50% running here. I'm gonna secure some at 30 pips and leave a runner. Let's see how far it's gonna go. If you don't take these kind of trades, it's nothing. It's up to you. I'm just here to show my way of trading, and I have enough confidence to call trades. I've been doing this same thing for years now. I have zero emotions. I have zero doubts when I call a trade. I call trades every day in my group for years now. I'm confident what I do, so there's no doubts. Very nice. Now stops at break even. Where was the break in GJ call? Mike, were you in the stream? Because as it was here, I explained it. I said we had a zone here, but it didn't get respected anymore. Price were close in the middle, so price created support here. And we see this closed below. The retest was there, but not a deep retest, so price came up again, created resistance. There was no breakout. This candle here didn't close enough above, came all the way down, rejected from support. This was the breakout candle, closed above, made the retest and continuation. Just like I said before, these were my confirmations about this trade, and it was perfect. $35 pips. This is just going up even more. Next target should be all the way up here. If we break this resistance too, we might have another trade. Look at EJ. You see why we didn't take EJ? See how it resulted in a fake out now? Perfect example. Perfect example how to choose pairs over a pair. Got rejected from support. Breakout was too weak. Boom, all the way up. Fake out. Now what we can do here is we can wait for this resistance to break. A retest and continuation. Easily. Yeah, of course. Candles are our confirmations. Candles will tell you the direction. A breakout will tell you where price is going to go. Okay, so GJ is already done, even though we still can push to the upside, but it's secured for now. What we can expect is a break above this and a retest to continue up. I think the break should be above this. This was only a fake out, I think, because most rejections are at this level. All these candles got rejected and closed below this. This was only a fake out. So we need a close above, a retest and continuation. And I think that's what's going to happen. Even on New York session, we can see a continuation to the upside. Pretty easy. It was pretty fast. See, sometimes not even 10 minutes and you're done with the trade. So let's see. I think the next trade will be EJ. Stopped out in profit, GJ. Nice, Kevin. Very nice. Yeah, so only on EJ, we're gonna wait for a break above a retest to continue up. It's gonna be a very nice setup here. Okay, let's check the chart. Did you notice the resistance? Man, I just talked about that 2 times. I talked about that resistance. Just play the stream a bit back when I took the trade and you can see what did I say. I said GJ has a resistance on the left. This was the resistance. Now our entry was here and it was a 10 pip, 15 pip range, right? 13, 14 pips, 14 pips range. I said this support was good until when price didn't respect this anymore. Price, you see all these candles closed in the middle and like it was no zone. So price created a new zone here. Plenty of rejections, like I said, create a resistance here. This candle came all the way from the downside from the support and closed above this resistance, made a retest and continuation. This zone was not as strong as before anymore because it was not respected. Even if it did get respected, I said if you don't feel comfortable, you can move your stops at break even. That was the thing about that resistance on GJ. What happened with Euro GBP? I bet it dropped. Yeah. Good. I don't know who took this, but this needed to come higher because this is where resistance was. Didn't come enough, even though it made the move after this small pullback. It was a 5 pip range. But the important thing is that made the move just like we expected. Yeah, GJ was perfect. So very nice. That's why I was scared of taking the trade. Well, I was not scared. Like I said, you need a lot of backtesting and you need confidence to build your confidence with this way of trading. Yeah, I have a mentorship group. I do have some great students. Yeah, EJ was a perfect example when to not take a trade. EJ was a perfect setup how to not take a break and read. Now just waiting for EJ to break above and we'll see. We'll see if we get another trade. It's only been an hour and a half and we already got two trades. Is the simulator the best way to backtest your strategy? I think it's one of the best softwares to test your strategy. It's pretty much like you trade live. You can use TradingView for backtesting, but I think Simulator is way better. Simulator can help you a lot. I can tell you that it can help you a lot in your trading. I used to do a lot of simulator sessions because they helped me a lot. It's the best way to test yourself. If you think you have a good strategy, just to go take that simulator and do some back testing. You'll see where you stand with your trading. You test your trading. Yeah, I use soft forex. Why are you basing much in 1 hour time frame? Because it's the best. What can I say? 1 hour, it's more comfortable. Like I said before, it's more comfortable. No, not too much complications. It's all just what I think. It doesn't mean you can't use lower time frames. It just means this is what I prefer. I prefer high time frames, and if you like lower time frames too, you can use them. Yeah, so when you trade a simulator session, you don't wait, you just skip the candles. And on real life, even when you trade live, you need to wait maybe for hours for a trade. So you have to learn that patience. Patience is a very important thing. What lot size you use, it doesn't matter. I use sometimes 20 lots, sometimes 50 maybe, sometimes one lot, sometimes 0.50. Lot size, my lot size doesn't matter. You have to look at your account and see what's the best risk to take in your account. Can I use 15-minute time frame retest to enter GJ. You can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't do it because I use higher time frames like I said before. How long have you been full time? Since I started. I've been full time since I started. What do you think trading with Renko? Will it be profitable? I have zero idea what that is. Yeah, simulator is to test your strategy, then you take that strategy and you execute it on the real market. Yeah, so now this is patience, waiting for EJ to break. Let's wait and see. Renko charts, see in chart section by yourself to remove noise. Still don't know what that is. Maybe you can send something, a link or something to see what that is. I am just copy trading but want to learn for myself. Well, I would say learn by yourself. Copy trading is not a very good idea because there's no people that will give you good service of that. I think you better learn to do it by yourself. I trade I trade London and New York session, both of them. Oh, you're just copying live streams. Well, this is for educational purposes. So you have to learn, well, how I'm doing these calls. I'm explaining how I'm taking trades. So you have to learn, not just look what I'm taking the same. You have to look why I take that. Yeah, I was on the Raja stream yesterday. Oh, you're talking about this. I don't know what this is. This doesn't tell you nothing. Uh, we don't trade based on this. We use candles. Candles are the best for us. I've been trading London more lately because it's been giving a lot of better setups than New York session. New York session has been a bit slow these days. London, I always like a London session better. It always made some big moves. It's like a fresh start than New York session. New York session is pretty good too. It just this week was pretty slow. Lots of consolidation. But it's still good session. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. GJ rejecting, EJ rejecting. I don't know if you can have breakout or not, but okay. Looks like we can have a break on Aussie dollar. Let's see. Aussie dollar can give us a nice break and retest here. I don't think I'm gonna change my way of trading unless my strategy becomes not valuable anymore, but I think this is gonna be a good way of trading for a long time, and I have no plan of changing it. If EJ doesn't give us a breakout, which for now doesn't really seem that it's gonna break, although it's still time till the 1 hour closes. But if EJ doesn't give us, it can, yeah, Aussie dollar can give us. We need a break above a retest and continuation. Stop loss would be just below the breakout candle. No need for more than that. It was a great session, a great week. I don't have the need to trade a New York session at all lately because London has been pretty good. All the trades were done on a London session. So if you make 2-3 wins on London, there's no need to trade a New York session too. Do you draw the zone using 1 hour time frame? Yeah. See, we clean this. We look where we have rejections. We have rejections here. That means we have resistance, and we wait for a break above this resistance, a retest to continue up. Have you entered AUDUSD? Man, you're in the stream all the time. Don't you understand my rules now? We wait for a breakout. Why would I enter AUDUSD? There's no breakout yet. Rule number 1, always wait for a breakout, no matter what. It's the rule number 1, wait for a breakout. If we do something else, then I would tell you if I would enter before, but there's no breakout. Why should I enter without a breakout? Always waited for a breakout, because there's no confirmation now that price is going to go up. Unless we break above, then we'll see. Just take a look. See, EA is still in this big consolidation. There's no trade here. Also, Tyler, like I said on Euro NSD, you see how it dropped more? Daily had room to go down. See how it dropped? So still, I would enter some buys on Euro New Zealand, but it's pretty big risk here. Although I can see this rejecting to the upside, but it would be risky. Because on the daily you have support here. You look on the 1 hour, you see that there's still chance that price may push to the support here before going up. So the best way here is to skip this. EuroCAD dropping. See, we had a break below this small consolidation box, and it was a retest, but we missed it. We missed this. EJ. Gold got rejected, still at support. GBP AUD. Okay, it looks like GBP AUD closed too weak above, so there was no breakout, and you can see the drop after. It was not even 1 pips above this. There was no breakout. GCAD rejecting resistance, so be careful. GCAD needs to break this if you want to take a trade here. It needs to break this resistance, then retest to continue. But this resistance looks pretty strong. A lot of rejections. CGU. Sorry for that. Yeah, GU did a nice break and retest too here. Just like GJ. USD CAD dropped, like I said, rejected from resistance. And if we want to take a trade on USD CAD too, we need to wait for a break above this. Okay, what do we have else? Now I'm thinking about EJ. What can we do here? Since we had this fake out, as you know. Maybe if we do close back in the range, we can wait for a small pullback and continue to the upside. But that would be risky. That would be pretty risky. Better stay out. Better wait for this consolidation to break. No need to risk in between these two ranges. Retest for downside on GU. Retest for downside on GU. I think the best would be to not trade GU at all, because this was a trade here, this break and retest. Now the best would be wait for better setup. If GU doesn't have a setup, go to another pair. Plenty of other pairs. You go to AUDSD and you see that you have a good setup. Now we just need a break above, then a retest, and we can use a very nice 8 pip stop loss, no need for more. So let's wait and see. We have a few minutes left. Yeah, waiting. Looking at shorting GU at 1.25, 250 level to see reaction. I don't know. Like I said, I would stay away from GU. It doesn't look good to me. AUDUSD makes more sense to trade this zone here. Yeah, I wait for the breakout, then I wait for the retest to enter. Simple as that. Always wait for the 1 hour to close. 1 hour or 4 hour, depends on the setup. See, we only have another 10-13 minutes and we'll see what happens. Now I've made 2 wins, guys. Now I'm not gonna risk all the wins. Got 2 wins. I'm just gonna risk 10% from my profits, because basically I'm already done for today. Would it take GBP NSD if it breaks? GBP NSD, it's not even on my list. I said GBP NSD, it's too risky. I'm gonna take a look. GBP NSD. No, it's not clear for me. It's not clear. I don't see anything on GBP NSD. This looks like the best for now. Prime, just like I said before, wait for the 1 hour to close, and on the next candle, if it does come for retest, you can take the retest. no lower than 1 hour. But if that's your way of trading, then do it. But my way of trading, no less than 1 hour. Only 1 hour and up. Do you find most times on breakout it will not come back for retest, or just me? Maybe just you. Because we're having retest most of the times. But there are some times where you don't get a retest at all. It just continues straight. There are times, but there are also a lot of times when you get a retest. Most of the time, just like we get two break and retest today, GJ and USD CAD. Because that's how price moves. Makes a breakout, retest the zone, continuation. Most of the time. Unless some exceptions when you don't get a retest at all. And it happens. If you don't get a retest, then you skip that, you wait for another setup or another day. Depends. Do you trade AUD CHF? No, I don't. All the CHF pairs have higher spreads, so I never tried even to trade them. Hi Sad, love the streams and the break retest method. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Good to see that this is helping you guys. Okay, I was just waiting for this last setup here to see how it's gonna close. Pretty sure it's gonna close above how it seems, because it's almost the last minutes of this candle and it's staying above. Once we close above, we're gonna see if we get a retest to continue up. Now it's just a matter of time to see what's gonna happen. And the good thing is that we can use a small stop loss here, because there's no need for more. Only 8 pips. And the chances of going up are much higher than that. Can go all the way up. First at this resistance maybe. Can be the first target, a 30 pip range. Then we will see. Or maybe this one. Plenty of zones on AUDUSD because we are in this big consolidation box for a long time now. We're just trying to find a setup and trying to ride from a zone to another zone. Still has been this big consolidation, so we will see. Just hope we get a retest, because if we get a retest it will be easy. Stop loss just below the breakout candle, take profit all the way up. This can be another target, so we will see how, if we get a retest here. Hi Sad, it's very awesome what you do. Trade with multi-weeks don't lie for the Forex community. I really like your easy strategy and will definitely try to use it in my trading. That's great to hear. Andre, or how's your name called? Spelled. Sorry for that. Very nice. Good to hear that. I hope this helps in your trading journey. Good to hear that. Let's see, 4 minutes and we'll make a decision what we're gonna do here. EJ didn't give us a breakout. It was just a false alarm here. So we'll see. I was also thinking if we get a good close back in the range, then a small pullback to continue up, but even that I think is not happening. So not much going on there. GJ not breaking also. We'll see on the next hours, maybe we'll break above this. Maybe New York session is gonna bring more volatility. Then we'll see what happens. Besides that, AUDUSD is the only setup that can give us some pips now. We'll see how it goes. Let's see, 2 minutes left. I think this could be pretty nice, because you can see based on a previous moves that we had, support was created, a breakout, a retest, and we had a good move to the downside. Came back again, got rejected all the way down. Came back again, got rejected all the way down. Now this candle here is closing above. Once it closes, a small retest here and a move to the upside can easily be done. Just based on previous ones, every time price came here, got rejected pretty hard. Now if we get close above, we can see the same thing, but just on the opposite side. Has EuroCAD broken too far? I think it's better to leave EuroCAD. Let's take a look at EuroCAD. EuroCAD, let's see. EuroCAD, I said we had a small break and retest on this consolidation box, but now maybe a 4-hour breakout. If we do get a 4-hour breakout, we can take the retest of this zone here. Yeah. If the 4-hour closes below, can wait for retest and continuation. First target looks like this support here. Yeah, we have a 4-hour breakout. We do have a 4-hour breakout. That's great. And we have a 1-hour breakout on Aussie dollar. Okay, perfect. Now we have a 4-hour and 1-hour breakout. Now this will be nice because both time frames we have a breakout, and whenever that happens, we know what to expect. A big move. Both time frames telling the same thing. This is great. Now we need a retest here to continue up. Getting ready to take some buys here once it comes lower. Let's see if it's gonna come or not. Okay, it's starting to push the downside. Let's see. Needs to come lower. 740 would be the best. Yeah, around 740, yeah. Around here. Let's see. Just a little lower. And we can push this. You can see this push to the upside. Okay, it's coming. Okay, just a little lower. Guys, there's no need to rush this because still can come down. No need to enter early. If it doesn't come lower, then no worries, because we already have 2 wins. So no need to rush anything. Can still come down. No need to enter too early and then be in a bigger drawdown than it's needed to be. Patience is needed here. See the 4-hour, because even the 4-hour needs to come lower. So there's still time. No need to rush. Four-hour looks pretty clear. It has a clear range to fill. 30 pips. Okay guys, looks like Aussie dollar is going to take some time, but we're still on the session, so there's New York session and a lot more volatility can come by then. There's still plenty of time. Okay, we have a new record today. 89 people watching. Once we go to 100, that's a very good sign. The channel is growing very nicely. Okay, 96, let's go. 5 more, 4 more, and we reach a new milestone. 100. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you guys, thank you, thank you. That is very nice. Thank you all. Okay, ADSD is coming just a little more and we can enter. Community is growing, that's a good sign. A lot more things coming up. Okay, it's almost there, just a bit lower and we can continue up. Let's take a look. Okay, we have USD news today, a lot of USD news. You have to be, guys, very careful. We're gonna look. New York session is gonna be a lot of fireworks, so be careful. Euro GBP. What's happening with Euro GBP? I see a lot of people asking for Euro GBP. Yeah, we don't trade support and resistance. If we want to trade on Euro GBP, we need to break below this. Once we break below this, a retest and continuation to the downside. We already have a lot of rejections, so once we break this, it's going to be a nice move to the downside. A lot of rejections until now, which makes this a pretty good support. Okay, let's not forget AUDUSD. Okay guys, I'm gonna enter a small position on ADUSD. And as I said before, we already have two wins. So this is gonna be only a small risk of our profits. Using only a, let's see how many pips, and I'm not even entering all here because it can come a little lower. So this is 10 pips stop loss, just above the breakout candle, because once it goes below that, there's no hope on this setup anymore. So now we have the breakout. The retest. Remember, this is the 4 hour, 1 hour and 4 hour break and retest. So this has high chances of working better than all other setups, but anything can happen. So okay, now we're having some rejections on ADSD. That's a good sign. This should go bullish at least. The least we can expect here is filling this wick here, and that would be 10 pips. Would be a one-to-one risk reward. Let's see. Like I said, guys, only 10-20% of your profits, because we have already 2 trades before this trade, so there's no need to risk your profits. This can come a bit lower than this, just to make that perfect retest, then continue up. Okay, we have a chart here. Let's take a look. Take a look at the chart. Do we have here? Okay, so you are waiting for a retest on this New Zealand JPY. Okay, let's take a look at New Zealand JPY, because it doesn't really seem very safe. Yeah. Now we have a break above this. We do have a break above this. The only thing is that the breakout is not that good. And if you work the 4 hour has still resistance over here. So I would say skip this trade for now. I wouldn't feel comfortable uh, taking this break and retest on the 1 hour while the 4 hour is at resistance. I would say skip this. It doesn't feel safe here. I wouldn't take that. It's my opinion. Okay, AUDUSD, let's take a look. Still here. Maybe it's gonna take some time, but we'll see. It's not that AUDUSD moves that fast, even though lately it's been giving some nice setups. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm gonna have to go now. Thank you all for participating. We had some late guests that came now, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go. And we will be back tomorrow at the same time. Thank you all for all the new guys here. Come tomorrow. Gonna be plenty of other trades. For today, I'm already done. This is the third trade. I'm only risking 10-20% of my profits. And if you want to see how I took the other trades, you can go on the rewatch the stream. I think will be very helpful for you guys. Thank you all. Thank you again. Have a nice day. Don't risk too much. Use good risk. And take care. Thank you all for being here. It was a great session. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this run. The only thing that just gonna explain this to you. If price stays above this, then it's good to continue up. As long as it stays above, it's good. Once this comes below, if it does close below this, then you can consider close it. But as long as it stays above, then it's good to go to the upside. Once it comes here, this is 10 pip stop loss. And I think once it comes below the breakout candle, that there's chance that this can continue down. So yeah, you can manage this very easily. As long as it stays above, there's still chances of continuation. Once it closes below, you can cut your losses short. or you can wait for price to hit your stop loss, which it doesn't make sense. If it does close below, you can wait for a retest to close at break even too. So let's see. The only thing is that this is a 4-hour break and retest, so it has a high chance of continuation to the upside. So have a nice day. Thanks again. If you like the stream, leave a like and a subscribe, and let's grow together. Thank you all.